The pronouncement of the state creation on that bright, fateful morning of 1st October 1996 by the then head of state, late General Sani Abacha, provided the base and the opportunity for Ebonyi people to take their destiny into their hands. The leadership of the new state fell into the hands of a visionary indigene as the first executive governor, Dr. Sam Omin-Egu, who has it as a philosophy, education, the only solution to our backwardness. With this at the front burner of his administration, the Abakaliki campus of the then Enugu State University of Science and Technology, EBSU, was upgraded to Ebonyi State University College by the State Edict No. 5 of 1998 and remained affiliated to EBSU, having Professor Fidelis Oga, the former EBSU Deputy Vice Chancellor, as the first rector. The dream of having a conventional university in Ebonyi State came to reality through the passage of Ebonyi State University Law No. 7 in 1999 and receiving of executive assent on 14th January 2000. With this, Professor Fidelis Oga became the first Vice Chancellor of the university, starting off with some old structures inherited from the Enugu State University of Science and Technology, EBSU. Professor Oga and the Professor C.A. Atta take down the memory lane.
You see, when Ebonyi State was created, the two administrators, Navy Captain Walter Fayabo and Commissioner of Police Doye, were very supportive to ensure that there is continuity from what we inherited from EBSU. So government support was very critical at that formative stage.
When we came here initially, there was next to nothing. We had only a campus of previous secondary school, what we call preschool. And I think that is Presbyterian secondary school, but they had been abandoned by the proprietors and taken over by the university as campus for the College of Health Sciences. That's what we started with. Lots of dilapidations in the buildings. However, we weathered the storm and progressed to the extent we see today.
With series of works which have taken place in the university, tremendous support it has enjoyed from both the past and present administration in the state, commitment by the governing council, management, staff and other stakeholders of the university, this is the new face of Ebonyi State University, EBSU. In the year 2000, the Faculty of Law and the School of Postgraduate Studies were established in addition to work and study program, a week-end program set out for workers who desired university education while retaining their jobs. In 2002, a new Faculty of Health Sciences and Technology was established. It took off in 2002 and 2003 academic year with two departments of Nursing Sciences and Medical Laboratory Sciences. In December 2008, the third Governing Council was inaugurated by His Excellency Chief Martin N. Elechi, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State and a visitor to Ebonyi State University with His Excellency Emmanuel Okisu, now late, as the chairman. Engineer Professor Francis Idike took over from Professor Fidelis Oga as the new Vice Chancellor of the University in December 2008. Currently, the university is made up of 11 faculties, 60 departments, a postgraduate school, work and study program, a pre-degree school with a staff secondary and nursery primary school with staff and students population as follows. Full-time academic, 691. Full-time non-academic staff, 1,906. With a total of 2,597 staff. Regular students, 17,829. Students on work and study, 5,303. While postgraduate students, 3,041. Currently, Ebonyi State University has 2 research centers, namely the Biotechnology Research and Development Center and the Alliance for a Green Revolution for Africa, with about 17 research programs, which include plant breeding and crop improvement, climate change and farming systems, agriculture extension and the resources management, agriculture extension, education and gender issues, biotechnology and genetic engineering, soil, agroclimatology and environmental management, food science, nutrition and home management, renewable resources and wildlife management, information technology, biological and physical sciences, building materials program, alternative protein sources for fish and livestock, governance and development, primary health care development, infectious disease control, microeconomics, economic growth and development, and arts and humanities. Worthy of note about Ebonyi State University Law Clinic. Ebonyi State Law Clinic remains the biggest law clinic in Nigeria. Overall second position in National Client Counseling Competition in 2006. In April 2006, after qualifying as one of the 2 national representatives, Ebonyi State University Law Clinic took part in the finals in Britain. In 2008, the leader of Ebonyi State University Law Clinic made a rare and impressive first-class degree at the Nigerian Law School. The incumbent Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Francis Idike, said, apart from showing commitment by members of staff, the cordial relationship existing between management and staff, which has extended to students, has played vital roles towards the university's achievements.
I think we are more concentrated, we are more focused, and we also know that we have had a very peaceful and serene environment, and our workers are getting more committed. There is also a harmonious relationship between staff and students, and the students with faculties. One notes that we have continued to expand facilities for research and training. This is reflected in the sustained linkages and collaborations in research and training. And of course, this has been possible because of what I regard or consider as a very strong research-minded theme with which we have evolved in the university. These things, I think, have all contributed to our slow but steady advance on the webometric charts.
If you understand what that means, when you talk of excellence, the target is set. And our vision, the vision of the university, is to rank among the best citadels of learning in the world. With this at the back of our mind, it is not surprising that the target of staff, management and students will be to have it the best, and permanent and consistent improvement is always the watchword. So I think primarily what had led to that is our consistency in staff devotion, pursuing and executing the excellent curriculum that was developed around our motto and our vision.
I think what we have been doing is to create the conducive environment. And we have been working on our university environments to establish an environment that cultivates and expands conducive exchange of knowledge, an environment that is an environment that is suited for proper utilization of management and resources, an environment that supports growth of staff in their professional career, in their personal development and appreciation of community services. We have been working on an environment that is conducive to all types of research, creative activities, and dissemination of knowledge. An environment that ensures academic freedom by providing opportunities for teaching, research, publishing research outputs, and providing community services on the basis of expertise and knowledge without restraint.
Well, this is another area I think we have made waves. We have a directorate of research, innovation, and commercialization. I don't think so many universities have that. That outfit is specifically positioned to bring to the world what we can package as an academic institution. And they have been making waves. If you go to our website, you will see output from our academics, research endeavors, research breakthroughs that has gone international. And just 3 years ago, one of our professors, current professors, we sent his publications for the post of associate professor. And the external report that came back said, why are you talking about this man as associate professor? This man with the volume and quality of publication should be a professor. They weren't in one place, different universities, first generation universities where he sent the papers. And they all returned and said, this man should be a professor. And of course, we gave him accelerated promotion to the post of professor. That is one. Then there are other linkages which are deliberately packaged. Our
director of biotechnology, attracted a linkage with Hokkaido University in Japan, and the research collaboration is fantastic. Everybody attests to it. Just a few months ago, a professor from America attended a conference mounted by that unit in EBSU. So what else can you say about internationalizing?
Do you know that the Honorable Minister of Health, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Onyebuchi, is a product of Ebonyi State University?
I know him as a resident when I was in UNTH, and we both came here, although he came later than myself, and done very well to the extent that he was made a professor here from just a resident doctor. Eventually grew to become a professor of orthopedics, and also further he became the deputy provost just before he was appointed as a minister. In a way, we are happy, we are proud. On the other hand, we lost a good lecturer. So, but I think all in all, we are proud of him.
He will still come back here.
You think so?
He will.
You think so?
To the Pro-Chancellor of the University, Dr. Iwe Ajamwachukwu, resources never manage itself. Therefore, the rapid positive transformation the university is witnessing is as a result of a disciplined Vice-Chancellor who has been putting all the funds meant for the university into judicious use.
In these achievements, we begin with the visitor that has been very helpful. He's been very cooperative. He's been doing his best to reposition the university. For instance, there was a time that he was given the highest grant or monthly subvention to his university than any other state university in the Southeast. And even as of today, he still ranks first, except I'm hearing that Imo State University or Imo State government is trying to catch up with what we are doing here. So we attribute that to the cooperation of the visitor, who happens to be the head of government in Ebonyi State. Secondly, we also have a very focused Vice-Chancellor who is fiscally disciplined. He ensures that he's prudent in management of resources. Now we operate a surplus budget every year. At least we have enough money to carry over into the next session, which was not the case before. And that's why we said that it's fiscally disciplined.
The administration, when we came on board, took it upon itself to show zero tolerance to indiscipline, staff indiscipline. Because where there is discipline, you can make anything work. Every kobo we get, we think hard on the project that we invested on to make this place look like a university. And so some of the few staff members who dared to go it the other way have been shown the way out. From onset, we have had quite some number who had been dismissed, some had been cautioned in different ways. I'm not saying that had not been happening, but people are conscious that if you get it right, you get your reward. If you get it wrong, you'll be. So it's a mixture of carrot and stick.
It is interesting to note that Ebonyi State University has also registered her name so bold both in the national and the international university book of records through the production and supplying to the labor market graduates who have found their feet so strong in their different disciplines.
Most of our graduates who make it at first class or at least that is a yardstick that you can rely on. They go to law school and they come out with first class. There are instances, there are cases here and there. In medical field, they are making waves overseas. My email is always filled up with messages of appreciation of the quality of people we produce. And when they go to perform in hospitals, they return, the comments we get show nothing less. In med lab and nursing, our students in the teaching, the hospital in National Assembly, 4 of them in 2012 served there. And the ranking was our students first before others came. So the thing speaks for itself. It's not something that you glue, and these are verifiable facts. Our lawyer students have gone abroad for competitions, for contests, and they came internationally. They have made waves. So the measurement is clear, it's objective, it's verifiable.
A number of them are in overseas countries, and in fact, even my own son is one of them. He's in Ireland now, and we have quite a number in the United States of America, in England, all over, and we get excellent reports about their performances based on the way they do the examinations, how they come out successfully in the examinations, and as doctors in the different teaching hospitals in those places. In fact, even within the country, like if I went to a place like Parkland, UNTH, Port Harcourt, so it's the same thing. I'm proud each time to hear from people, the comments they make about our products. So that makes me believe that we're doing the right thing.
I am Dr. Ogadu Ikechukwu. I graduated from Ebonyi University, abakaliki, as a medical doctor. I'm so proud of the university. In fact, when I went to Usman Danfodio University, teaching hospital, Sokoto, to do my housemanship, I happened to mixed up with other products from different universities. And surprisingly, I was outstanding, because there and there, you will be tested in the course you read. And it was so obvious that Ebonyi University was outstanding. And when I came back, in fact, I felt like having trained in one of those great universities that we see here overseas. So I'm so proud of the university. The university product, the product of the university is outstanding anywhere in the world.
My name is Nneka Igwe. I graduated from Ebonyi State University, Mass Communication, class of 2005. I work for a foremost media house in the country, just like you rightly said, and we travel to places by virtue of conferences and seminars and training workshops. And when we go out there, of course, everybody wants to show what stuff he or she is made of. Whenever we stand up to make our contributions, and our suggestions to issues, they always go like, wow, where did you graduate from? And I'll be like, I went to EBSU. They'll be like, wow, abakaliki, really? They have products like you? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, because I mean, we like I said, we're very well grounded in my school, and they teach you the rudiments, like my profession, for instance, mass communication. They taught us the very rudiments of broadcasting in a country like Nigeria, and of course a continent like Africa. And I'm just very proud to say it anytime, anywhere I find myself, that I am a product of EBSU.
There is no doubt that the quality of every university, to some extent, depends on the quality of her products, which is directly proportional to the quality of candidates it admits. How does Ebonyi State University handle this sensitive issue?
We have a system that respects spread without diluting standards. Why do I say that? Admission nationwide has a guideline that is nationally fixed by JAM, Joint Admission and Matriculation Board. We are not exempted from that. We comply to that fully.
Being not so satisfied with the current level of the university, The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Francis Idike, and his team said Ebonyi State University will continue to make upward shifts on the list of Nigerian university ranking.
Well, for that, I think the first and foremost is the constant and continuous upgrading of our undergraduate and postgraduate programs to meet international standards. We are also looking at establishment of training programs that have international relevance. We are planning through our linkages to host professors, students, experts, both on short and long term, as well as hosting international conferences, meetings, symposia at regular basis. These efforts should help us to meet the international rating that we really want to establish.
University does not operate in isolation. It's a university. You must be a player in the international arena, academic arena, to speak. You must be a player out there. Although we are talking here in rural Abakaliki, 140 universities in Nigeria must know what you're doing to start with. Universities in America, universities in Europe, universities everywhere must know what we're doing, what you are doing. So we have linkages. For example, Dr. Neke has been working with the World Health. We have a linkage with World Health. We have a linkage with a university in Japan. We have a linkage with a university in Thailand. We have a linkage with a university in Canada. We have a linkage with university in Germany. We have a linkage with university in Florida. We have developed quite a number of linkages. We are going to begin a linkage with a university in the US. So we have had these linkages for staff exchange and for students exchange. This is the vision of the university administration, that whatever we are doing here, those outside should know. Don't forget that there's what you call webometric ranking of universities. It started some time ago in the 80s. There was a time 1,000 universities in the world will be ranked, and no university in Nigeria will be part of it. But we are waking up. Now, for example, among the 140 universities in this country, Ebonyi State is the number 40. So we are coming up.
Well, every chief executive or every operator of institution of this nature should aspire to ensure that the university attains a world-class institutional standard that will be able to compete effectively in a globalized market economy. Products that can hold their heads high in any forum and in any international environment, national and international environment.
There's now the Nigerian ranking, there's now the African ranking, and there's also about 4 types of international ranking. You have the Times ranking, you have the Japanese ranking, you have the American ranking, you have the European ranking. We want to feature there. That is our ultimate goal. And we cannot sit down here without being internationalized and feature in any webometric ranking.
The former Deputy Vice Chancellor and currently Director, Entrepreneurship Center of the University, Professor Ebonyi, is optimistic that EBSU must meet up with the current model of university that has self-sustenance and make her products entrepreneurship-oriented.
I think gradually we are moving towards the entrepreneurial model. I say this because Nigerian university system as a whole is moving in that direction. By an entrepreneurial university model, we mean a university that is self-sustaining. A university that produces graduates that are self-sustaining. A university that looks not just in terms of the classroom to produce graduates, but a university that looks outside the classroom. This is an organization that processes people. But our products, we also have to think about them. There is no factory that does not think about where their products are going, so that we know which ones are factory rejects, which ones have been bought, which ones are inventorized, and so on and so forth. Now, we just have to start looking at where our products are going. I just came by representing the Vice Chancellor at Abuja, and the NUC launched, it's over there, for the first time, an inventory of Nigerian graduates. Where are Nigerian graduates? All this time we'll be looking at the demand side. Now we must begin to focus on the supply side. Economics is not complete without supply and demand. Initially we said, well, we just produce graduates and put them out there. That's irresponsible. Now we have to look at the quality of our graduates. Where are they going? Where are they now? And so on and so forth. So I think the model of a university that Ebonyi State must be in the future is an entrepreneurial university.
What does the future hold for Ebonyi State University?
Well, the hope, expectation of EBSU is a world-class university that should be able to compete favorably with any university anywhere in the world. That is our greatest aspiration.